nice hat.
Hey, a hat.
Hat, partner.
Love your hat.
Hats off! Hold on to your hat. Hat, hold!
Hats. You need hats.
Get the hats. Get the hats.
Put the hat on, dumb Donald. Put the hat on.
Oh, my hat.
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club. My name's Eric, here today joined by my incredibly handsome co-host. Give it up for Micah and Brian. Look at these guys, man. Wow. Another episode up for y'all today. I think we're on episode 31 here.
Wow.
So we're moving and grooving. On our way to 50, man. Like, it's
crazy.
Just another week. I mean, we're going to be coming up. Like, I actually made a list today of all the movies that we've reviewed each episode. It's kind of crazy to look back at. But get into this week's episode. Guys, I mention it every week now, and you're going to have to hear it every week. But please, whatever you're listening on, please go ahead, give it a follow, give it a like, give it a subscribe. If you're watching our beautiful faces on YouTube, we really appreciate it. But we're also live on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. And then we're up on socials now, Instagram and TikTok. So go ahead and give us a follow on everything at Well-Hatted Cinema Club. That's at Well-Hatted Cinema Club. We're going to be plugging that stuff more, some more short form content. Really excited to be producing that for you guys here. But as always, we got a full episode. I think it's the first time in a while we've had like everything going on with movie of the week, movie news roundup, and we got a game for you sickos this week. So it's going to be great. I chose the movie of the week, and then we've also got this for our game. We're doing this movie fantasy league, sort of like a fantasy football draft. So we're excited to get into that with you guys. But as always, we're going to go around the horn and talk about what we've been watching. So, Brian, I'll kick it over to you, man. Brian here has got a little hardware around his neck, so I don't know how much time he had to watch anything when he's running a marathon.
Dude, I mean, what do you think I was doing during the marathon? Just straight up.
Yeah. Congratulations, Brian. We're very proud of you. We're very proud of you.
No, I just wasn't going to address this. No, so actually I did get some time to watch. I got some time to watch some movies. Obviously because with the travel before that and then going out to Chicago. So one that I watched is with Carly, but because like the night before we left because it was her birthday, we watched Notting Hill, which I'd never seen. Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Hugh Grant. One of the classics, they say, of the British rom-coms of the 2000s. I liked it. I see the appeal. Carly did not. I think the thing was she was saying they didn't really have any chemistry. I thought they did. It was more subtle. It was quiet. But I thought the movie was funny. I enjoyed it. I wasn't jumping out of my seat for it. But yeah, that was Notting Hill. And then I got two more Bond movies pushing me over the halfway mark. We were at 14 or 15, 14, I think, out of the 25. So I'm getting close. This time we went with a Roger Moore and a Pierce Brosnan. The Roger Moore one, I went with The Man with the Golden Gun. Not a lot to say about this one. It was kind of boring. Things that were cool. Christopher Lee is the man, the aforementioned man with the golden gun. He's great, always. He has a little assistant who's this little person named Nick Nack, who I thought was kind of cool. They have Nick Nack. You can look him up, Nick Nack. There's a weird thing I've never seen in a Bond movie where a comic relief character this is the second Roger Moore Bond. A comic relief character from the first Roger Moore Bond, who's like a Louisiana sheriff that is chasing him around, is on vacation in Thailand, and then helps Bond track down some dudes, which was weird. I'd never seen that before. That was interesting. Trying to think what else was cool about the movie. Yeah, not a lot to report. I mean, it was interesting enough that I think it must have been during the era where kung fu movies were big. So they do a lot of the second half in Thailand. There's a bunch of like big kung fu set scenes, which Roger Moore, love him as Bond, not great at kung fu. it's a little bit slow. So that was that one.
His one weakness is.
Well, I guess I just happened to pick the two Bond movies that were really leaning into the kung fu appeal, because the other one I watched was Tomorrow Never Dies, another kind of forgettable Pierce Brosnan one, but the Bond girl in this one is Michelle Yeoh at her peak 90s power. So the whole plot of this one is that there's this guy, he's like a media mogul, and he's managing to pit England and China against each other. They think they're about to go to war. And obviously that Bond is one agent, and they're trying to figure out, like, trying to stop it. And so there's a lot of the big act at the end is like in Southeast Asia, and it's cool. And I thought the movie worked best when one, they let Michelle Yeoh do like a bunch of her, action stunts, which she's a vet at. That was really cool. I thought her and Bond had pretty good chemistry. One of the best scenes in the movie was they're handcuffed together and they have to drive a motorcycle through like this like kind of favela style like area in Vietnam where they can only
seen that before.
They can only use one. Yeah, what did that has been done before? Where has that been done before?
That's well, no, this probably did it first.
Yeah,
but, the
Mission. Oh, right, in the car. Yeah, and Dead
Reckoning. Or
yeah, it was
it is.
very similar to that because like the thing was like the way their hands were. She had to go behind him and work the clutch with her left and Bond. They both had to steer the bike together. That was pretty cool. The rest of the movie, I don't know. It was okay. One thing I did want to say though about it that was super random was a random scene on an English submarine. Gerard Butler's there. Must have been very early in his career. He just turns and goes like, "We can't overload the reactor, Captain." And that's it. That's the end of the scene. He's gone. It's just a random look into that time. But I don't know. I kind of see why Pierce Brosnan now at this point. His Bonds are interesting because like I kind of like them because they're 90s like cheese, but they're also not very good. But I do like him as Bond. I think he's charismatic. He has some funny moments. I'm not gonna lie. He makes I call him the punny Bond. He will never
Sure.
He will never miss an opportunity to make a pun. And when he kills someone, yeah, I don't think you'd like it, Mike. I think you'd like some of the late 90s, early 2000s like action set pieces sometimes that they get into. But they're not all created equal. And I would say this, Michelle Yeoh is also not until the second half of the movie. The first half, yawn. But it's just it's Yolis. But yeah, those were my movies. Micah, what did you got this week?
So I watched Tron Ares, I think. Did we all end up seeing that?
I didn't see it. So you can talk. You can.
Tough ass.
You can talk about it.
We'll talk about it a little bit, and then I watched the first episode of the new Tim Robinson show.
Yeah,
The Chair Company.
Wow, I didn't know that already came out.
Yeah, I mean it's another typical tough watch that I enjoyed. It's brutal, excruciating watch. I mean, also speaking of like It Chapter 1 and 2, the Beverly character, the actress. She's in this as his daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's like
cool to see her getting
it's
work.
the exact same, but she's like supposed to be playing an adult. I was like, that looks like her, but like, shouldn't she be like older? Just looks like that, I guess. But yeah, just like again another brutal watch.
Really?
With I think him being on HBO, also he can like go a little bit further with some stuff, which is like also funny because he like. The whole thing revolves around him sitting in this chair that breaks on him. And like when he falls at this like business meeting, he gets like a quick peek under this lady's skirt. And I was like, Netflix probably was like, no. Like, HBO was probably like, fine if you want.
Hell yeah.
Not like an old lady. It's not, it's like part of the joke.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh God, making a big deal out of it. Oh man, it's another brutal watch from him. But Tron Ares, I saw it in IMAX 3D, which, is really fine. I mean, the highs, which is like how it looks and how it sounds, are high. And the lows, and that's everything that happens, are really low.
Yeah.
So it kind of averages out. I think for me at least, in my sensibility, seeing this in 3D really helped. Because, again, it's so pretty looking and sounding, and it's just like an excruciatingly nothing story. I would have waited.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Give your thoughts, but I was wondering, like, man, why would you have Jared Leto in this room to be like a soulless robot? This was Jared Leto's idea, and not just him being the actor. The whole thing. This movie doesn't get made without him signing on.
Yeah, he produced it.
Yeah, this is Jared Leto's baby, and he decided to neglect it. So,
how was the 9 Inch Nails score?
bad guy.
Sick.
Oh, great!
Yeah. It was sick.
Sick.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it with Micah.
No.
You finish your piece before I get in there.
I'm pretty much done. Start talking, Eric.
No, yeah. Micah did get me into an IMAX 3D, or it was Dolby 3D screening last week for Avatar. I enjoyed that. I have established Deadpool and Wolverine had turned me off the 3D, but I might be back now. I may have enjoyed. Yeah, I may have enjoyed Tron Ares more in 3D.
Okay.
But I couldn't do 2 3Ds in a week. It is enough for me. But for what it's worth, I entirely agree with Micah in the way it looks and sounds. When it's in the grid, I don't know if you noticed, Micah, the aspect ratio would change when they would go into the grid.
Yeah, I did notice that changing a little bit.
Which is cool. And everything when they're in the grid is just fantastic. It looks great. It sounds great. And I'm just like, ooh, this is awesome. And the minute you get out into the real world, which is like a big plot.
Often.
Yeah, often and too much, it falls apart a little bit. Jared Leto had no chemistry with anyone. And I did like the little bit, the gag. I mean, it's not a gag, but the whole like 29 minutes in the real world, like that limits them to how long. So it's not really a spoiler, Brian, but like anyone or anything that spawns in, they bring from the grid to the real world can only last in the real world for 29 minutes.
So they're trying to get this MacGuffin thing, the permanence
code,
which would allow you to stay from the grid to the real world permanently. And so that is the thing everyone's kind of seeking. But it's just constantly hitting like print on like Jared Leto's and other various
more Jared Leto's
then like every 28 minutes they do one of those like
and
they just die.
It looks like it's pretty fucking painful.
But they don't just
time you see Jared Leto
they actually like scream like in pain.
They scream.
Yeah, it's like they turn grayish and like it looks like it hurts real bad. It's tough.
Damn. Okay.
And Jared Leto's desperately, and knowing that it's his baby, like I think he took everything he learned from Blade Runner 2049 and is like, I can do that with Tron. Right. And in theory, it can kind of be there, but it's just purely not. They're trying to do this whole like his arc of being like, I'm a real boy. Like,
yeah, he's Pinocchio or Frankenstein. They bring up Frankenstein directly.
Yeah, Frankenstein becoming public domain is just it's a problem. Everyone is using it, and everyone's. But
I would describe this as like his fucking After Earth.
Yeah,
where,
I love
like,
it.
Will Smith was like, he was like, what I need to do in this is just be completely fucking boring, and that'll be good. And then like, because he's running the show, no one had the heart to be like, Will, crack a joke for the love of God.
I do have a question. I do have a question for you too, because I haven't seen it. And Eric, I don't know if there's more movies you want to talk about, but I just have a question about Tron Ares. So both Tron movies previously were not liked in their time.
Correct.
Especially Tron Legacy, where it did not get received well. And I recall being, 14, 15, whenever that movie came out. I didn't like it. I thought it was boring.
Ooh.
And then myself, and a lot of people seem to be feeling the same way. Upon revisiting it, found it was like, wow, this actually kind of slaps, like everything about it, blah, blah. Do you see that same fate coming for Tron Ares, like, I don't know, a decade or now from now, people looking back on this movie a little more fondly? I don't know. I'm just curious. Because that's what people say. They're like, this got the same reception as Legacy, if you really like.
And that's like the thing.
Good score,
right?
It looks good. Like
it's getting received like similarly, if not better, than Legacy when it dropped. If you look at, and we're gonna get to the box office later, it's completely comparable to like what Legacy was doing in the box office and with its similar budgets. I don't know if I see it reaching the final mark that Legacy got total for its theatrical run if Disney pulls the plug early, but we'll get to that. But I have a harder time imagining that this is going to be so well received down the line because it's not like based in the grid.
Yeah, I think the grid really sold it. People got to invest into the world.
Because it's a little like there's that whole like, and we forget like looking back at some of the Legacy scenes, like there's a whole thing in like a club. With like a guy.
It's like Michael Sheen is the Michael Sheen is the club master. Is it Michael Sheen?
Yeah, it's like a weird scene, but it's like there.
I was thinking about Legacy. The scene, they have like the one big scene outside of the grid is a guy riding a motorcycle, breaking into his own company, base jumping off the building, and then having another motorcycle chase. One emotional scene immediately in the grid. We don't leave until the very end of the movie. We are in the real world, sitting at desks and typing and stuff for a while. It's a lot of like
Hassan,
Hassan,
what is his name? Minhaj?
Piker. Oh no, Hassan Minhaj, yeah.
Yeah, is here, and I'm like, what are you even doing here? Like all the side characters, Greta Lee, like I love her to death. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I
was desperately trying to have chemistry with some sort of robot.
So I did see a thing on TikTok. Again, I know it's like kind of spoiler territory, so I know you're probably like, don't look at this, but like, so what I heard there's a Cameron Monaghan scene in the movie, and people have been asking, it's like, why wouldn't we just make a Cameron Monaghan led Tron movie? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think you said, Micah, it's the Jared Leto aspect of it all, where it's kind of like you have the visuals right of Tron, you knew that, but it's like there's some creative decisions where you're kind of like, this is the guy like who you want to lead your movie, and why are we spending all the time outside the grid?
This monster.
Yeah. I don't even hate what they were going for. I just think like for some reason he just chose not to execute.
Really? Okay.
At all. You're a robot learning to feel, and you.
Yeah.
I will say, like,
man, I sure do love.
Yeah, like his art is the best, like the most interesting part of the story. Like, I'm not out here like screaming for more Greta Lee, because what's going on with her and the side characters really isn't like interesting.
Okay.
I don't really care. Evan Peters, like, I'm like, he's just what he's doing I don't care about. So I'm like, all right. Ares is on the screen. This is the most interesting thing to me. As far as the Cameron Monaghan point, I brought it up. I'm like, Cal Kestis, they showed his behind the scenes. Like, he had this huge fight arc, and it's clear he had more to do with the story. And he has maybe one line, one scene where you see his face, and then he's gone.
Does he fight in the movie? That's all that crap.
You see him in a distance fighting. And then Ares kind of goes back for him. This is very early on as a fight. And I thought the idea of it was cool, was like like they're hacking like
what if like when you upload like a virus or you do a hack, it's played out in real time.
Fight, like a
Tron dudes versus other Tron dudes.
Yeah.
Like a fight,
I thought
like
that was interesting. Like that kind of got
that's the direction we were going in.
Yeah.
Corporate espionage played out in the grid.
It's kind of cool. It's like Inception, but in the grid, almost like nope.
Yeah,
we do not.
Okay.
And so like there's that after they kind of sneak in to hack. There's a scene where they're all escaping, and Cameron Monaghan's fighting behind and like taking down a bunch of dudes, and Ares goes back to save him. And I'm like, when you see his face, I'm like, what the hell is he doing here? Doesn't show up again in the movie.
Oh, like, so it seems like something was cut or not shot.
Yeah, it seems like stuff was cut.
Okay.
All they say was he was defective, and they don't bring him up. But yeah, and it is supposed to add to Ares' arc of like not trusting.
So is this a sequel to Legacy at all?
Yes.
Like, but I mean, like, does it? Yeah. So the end of Legacy.
Oh, it addresses.
So the end of
stuff.
Legacy, they basically they leave Clue behind. Clue and his cronies.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, actually, Tron, who is what was it? Rendell. Well, he had a name in Legacy, but he gets his coat. He switches back from being the bad guy, saves them. Cora and what's his name? Sam. Get out of the grid.
They escape.
And so now you got an ISO outside the grid. And I don't remember what happens to everyone who is still in the grid, but they leave.
I think Kevin and Clue and everyone blows up.
They blow up. That's right. They blow. Oh, he remerges with Clue, right? And then they blow up. So they do follow up on that. Like it is actually a sequel. Or they kind of like, oh, that happened.
That's approaching real.
All right, we don't have to get into that. I was just curious.
But tying into, I mean, outside Tron Ares, that was kind of our, at some point, Brian, you could go to theaters to watch this if you want.
I would see it, if you're going to see it, big and loud, because that's what it's good at being.
It is. Yeah. It sounds
watching
amazing.
it on my TV here, like, it's just like, you're going to diminish any good parts of the movie.
It is right on the edge, and it needs all the help in the shiny and pretty.
I see.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it's in terms of like shiny and pretty and sounding good, like it's there, like it's like you're having a good time watching it, but you gotta turn your brain off. Somebody said like if you approach it like it's a 2-hour music video for a 9 Inch Nails like soundtrack, then you're having a good time. Like
that I'm curious because people are saying that like that Daft Punk score rocks. So I'm wondering if they, and people have been saying that they're like, yeah, man, the 9 Inch Nails one's great too. So it's like,
yeah. Only other thing, I don't think I mentioned this on the pod last week, but tying into the Frankenstein through line, which just did not land in Tron Ares when Jared Leto tried to do it. this is more. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't think I brought this up last week. But Riley, for our 6 months, shout out Riley, got us tickets to go to some small theater to watch Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein when it comes out, like 2 weeks before it streams on Netflix. So I'm pretty pumped for that. So that's in like 2 weeks. But very excited. I wasn't like really tracking this movie. I was like, it's going straight to streaming.
Cool, that is cool.
But seeing in theaters is gonna give me a new.
I feel like that with Guillermo del Toro, who's such a big, like, he's all about the visual. You know what I mean? Like, it just lends itself to be seen in theaters. Even like I'm kind of like I like his Pinocchio. I'm kind of like I would have liked to see that in theaters maybe. It's just a bummer. So yeah, I mean that's awesome because I feel like if Micah and I watch it on Netflix, we'll probably, even if we enjoy it, I just feel like you'll get more out of it. That's just the reality. For sure. I'll be excited to report on that somewhat early because I know it starts streaming like November 7th and we're going like the 25th. So very soon. But anyway, anything else we want to talk about before we get into our movie of the week? Run, unless Mike's got anything, yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool.
All right. Well, it was my movie of the week, and after much deliberation last episode, I decided we were going to go with another PTA movie because I was in a PTA mood. I chose his latest film before one battle after another. I chose Licorice Pizza, which is a coming-of-age movie starring Cooper Hoffman and what's her name? Mia
Haim.
Okay, got you. And they play. Cooper Hoffman plays a young teenage actor, business venturer, hustler. This is set in the 1970s, and they're in California. And Alana Haim plays a woman named a young woman, kind of directionless, doesn't know where she's going in life. Young adult, young 20s. I think she's 25. Yeah. Cooper Hoffman's 15. And these two interact, and it's kind of their story of them getting into hijinks. They're kind of coming of age in different ways. Bit of very much a love story here, kind of wrapped around I wouldn't say forbidden love, but a little bit of a weird one. And this has a ton of other co-stars that we all know. Bradley Cooper makes an appearance. Sean Penn, Benny Safdie pops up in here. What's this kid's name? Skylar Garendo.
Yeah,
that was in
Gizondo.
Yeah, Gizondo. That was in Superman.
Yeah. Tom Waits, the artist, was in that. He had a pretty big scene.
Yep. Maya Rudolph pops up. Obviously, her connection with PTA. So just a ton of people. Oh yeah, and then I saw his name. I was surprised. I was like, is this related? George DiCaprio, who's Leonardo DiCaprio's father, is in this movie. So lots of people. This is a movie that I remember seeing the trailers for when it came out. It was 2021. So it was kind of coming out of COVID. It looked very artistic. And I don't want to use the word direction. I enjoy this movie. I'm in the PTA sauce mood right now, and you could see the sauce there. But I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts.
Was that what you were gonna say? Were you gonna say
I was gonna leave it kind of open. I can get more.
No, you can. I was just saying. Were you gonna say kind of like the people? I think of the word someone used once. I agree. It's like the vibes movie where it's like there's not really a through plot line besides their connection. People. Yep. I know Paul Thomas Anderson said it was this like he got a lot of inspiration from Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Shampoo and American Graffiti and which I haven't seen. I know a lot of people say that like they're talking about like, hey, if you love this, check out like Dazed and Confused. Everybody wants them. Linklater's projects, like, and you can see the similarities of those two because it really is just kind of like you're really just following like them kind of going through their hijinks, really getting the aesthetics and the craze of this like I don't want to say Hollywood world of the 70s, more of like, you know what I mean? They're actors. There's the business world of the 70s. I enjoyed this actually a lot more than I thought I would. I was fairly entertained. Again, I'm sure maybe one of you can weigh in on it, or maybe someone who's more like in tune can explain to me. I just think this movie could have existed and been just as good if she wasn't a pedophile. I'm sure there's a reason for that decision, And I understand how it does play into like
Yeah.
their dynamic at the beginning, right? She has to be a chaperone. That's why she doesn't want to do anything with him for a while at the beginning. But it's just like I kind of feel like they both could have just been like 19. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, but I did enjoy a lot of the performances in this movie, and I thought it was really like I thought the dialogue and everything was very sharp, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Bradley Cooper, I thought stole the show a little bit. I thought he was great. There were a couple of scenes I laughed out loud at. When they have that Jewish holiday dinner, I was crying though. Like, I respectfully decline.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was great.
Yeah.
And I'll say it for like speaking, just like being an Asian guy. The scenes where he would go up to his buddy that owns the Japanese restaurant with these two Japanese wives, and he would try to talk to her, and he would just do the most racist accent of all time. And he goes like, I don't know what she's saying. I don't speak Japanese.
They dropped in the second scene that he didn't speak Japanese. Like,
Yeah.
I was like in tears during that shit. Like, I thought that was absolute comedy.
When he first started doing it, I was like, hold on a second. This is English. Like, what is he
He's just
doing?
speaking English, but he's just like closing his eyes and doing the worst.
And then the
accent
first time,
possible.
was
the first
insane.
one, right? Like he's saying that, and you're kind of like, he says it once, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? She responds eloquently in Japanese, and he answers for her, and you just kind of like assume like, oh, that was weird. Maybe he does speak Japanese, and then they drop it later.
Like a weird
And
dynamic.
then, and then they
going
drop
on.
it later. He's like,
yeah.
I have no idea what she's fucking saying.
I was crying every time he showed up. Those two scenes, it was great. But I enjoyed the big kind of, bigger set pieces with like the driving the truck scene down the hill, and then the Sean Penn with Alana Haim like trying to jump over the
With the burning.
the smallest fire known to man and whatever that director guy was like, it's a great night for a jump. I'm like, this is cheeky. Like, I'm enjoying this. But it seemed like they had their like it's a very segmented movie in similar ways to Dazed and Confused. And there were some that hit more for me than others. There were others that I was a little like, oh, I'm a little bored right now. But the through line being kind of a forbidden love, a little weird love. Yeah, it made it hard to stick with it sometimes. Because I'm kind of like, she should be dating that dude at the political office that like is her age. But Micah, I don't know, your thoughts.
Yeah, I like this more than I thought I would. I kind of thought that their weird age dynamic kind of worked in context of the whole story, because at first it's like kind of this like flattering, oh, this kid, oh, he thinks I'm cute, he wants to ask me out, ha ha ha, and then maybe a little bit of her is like kind of into it, because at least it's like attention, because you see throughout this guy gives out attention like to anyone. He's shooting a shot at anything that moves, either to sell you something or he's like flirting with some girl, and then she's like, any guy kind of is kind of like, be it this 15-year-old kid or a gay politician or a friend of hers that works for that gay politician at one
Sean
point,
Penn,
or
like,
an old man interview, like a casting guy, an actor.
She wants the
anybody that moves is kind of like, okay, I'll take that. It's Bradley Cooper at one point, although that was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah, his whole scene, he's like, we're doing it together. Yeah. Like, wow, you smell so good right now.
They were just kind of torturing each other with age-appropriate relationships.
Yeah.
Him getting with, like, another teenager, and then her being upset, and then her getting with an adult man, and then him being upset.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. But I did like it. I liked, I didn't, like, this is their first time, either of them, acting at all. So that was pretty good. So I guess PTA is like a family friend of them both. So
yeah, makes sense.
Well, obviously PTA's worked with
really wrote this for
Philip Seymour a lot. So
yeah. I watched him grow up, and then I guess he just shoots the Haim sisters music videos.
Cool. I knew they were a band.
Like,
I just didn't. Yeah.
Real chummy with all. Their whole family's in this. Their whole family that is.
Her sisters are very much so obviously her sisters.
That first scene, I was like, oh
shit. Yeah, they're all there. Oh my god.
Took me a second. Her parents don't really look like her.
Some of this music,
somehow they all combine to have the exact same.
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
There's a couple songs that I went on Spotify and I'm like, that shit slaps. That Stumbling In song they're playing on the plane, I'm like, yo, this shit kind of hits. I think my favorite scene in the movie though was when it completely tone shifts, but I liked it. Was you have it's near the end, you know what I'm talking about, and he's kind of like, he's all bummed because he's like, she didn't show up to my pinball thing, and he's like, kind of like being like, she's the one, like they're like, you should go to her, do that, and then you think she's about to go on a date, maybe with the congressman. It's kind of like, oh, but then they completely shift it where it's the
Wax, which in our personal lives we know is wax, and I was like, all right, they even put a bit where he's like, Mr. Walk, and he's like, it's wax, and I was like, noted.
But yeah, I just thought that whole scene at the dinner with Benny Safdie, the politician, and his boyfriend was just horribly sad, but like really well done. Like it's just really still, they have the mirror, right? It's her in the mirror, she doesn't even know what to do to say, and it just, I mean, and you gotta, and it's relatable too, because you kind of forget, like, you're like, oh, what's he did? You're like, no, this is 1973. This guy's trying to become a successful politician, and I thought that scene was just really well done, because it kind of like, you know what I mean? It kind of takes you out of the like, oh boy, what are these two gonna get into now mode, to being like, oh shit, that's actually really, that's really sad. Because the Bradley Cooper shit had me rolling though.
They just keep getting asked over and over again, like, are y'all dating? And they're just like, no. But also, it's like not a yes, but it's also not a no. And it just keeps like reinforcing throughout the whole movie, like, why are you getting so upset if you don't care? And then you find out he's going around
hand job. I was literally just thinking the same thing. I was like, wait, what?
And I thought it was an important scene, because it's clear he was like, he's like,
can't say anything.
Yeah, he's not like, she was jealous, but he hasn't like clearly like asked her, or at least in like the,
he wanted something else. He was
he wanted something kind of real.
To graduate into tits.
Yeah, he wanted something more real.
I do feel for Alana's character, as someone who deals with, sometimes when you deal with like the salesy entrepreneur types, where he overhears the guy talk about the pinballs and immediately calls, she's like, you are not doing what I fucking think you're doing. Because it's like everything to these people, it's like this is how we can do it, and it's like it works out for him, like it's kind of cool. Also, speaking of pinballs, what the fuck was that guy doing to the machine? Twice. He was jolted it, but then there was someone in between him. There was someone in between him. And like the second last shot of the movie. Yeah. What the fuck was that? I rewound it twice.
It's just good like character development though, because you see him try and like kick the guy out, and he's just like, fuck off. And then he just goes and kicks out a kid. Just to show his like, because he's getting like consistently the through line of him getting like, not like seeing his age and getting emasculated, and like he can't step up to these bigger older guys, so he's just like, get these bikes out of the the path.
Storefront, or was that like, or I guess I already had.
He does have a little bit of acting change, a little bit of acting money.
That's true. I guess you can buy it, right? He probably his mom signed to put her name on the lead. Yeah, okay. I guess that's not really a plot. I was just curious because I was like, oh damn, they got a pretty nice little
this guy had
there.
Bread.
Mom who buys a burger, and that's the last time we see her.
Yeah.
Here's the burger that lasts you an indeterminate amount.
Do you want to eat this in the car or at home? Like, and she's like, at home, and we never see her. She stays at home.
She's in Las Vegas. Like,
she stays there. But
oh wait, no, never mind. When Alana Haim's having phone sex with that mattress buyer.
Oh yeah, she is in the back. I was gonna say, I do remember seeing her there in the background. That was wild. Do you think
she's just quietly encouraging?
Do you think he got his bed? I'd like to think he did. he's like,
he got his water bed.
I think a man
came to deliver
the bed.
This man switched up immediately. He's like, I could show you how it works. It's like, God, bro, find Christ.
Find
Christ, brother. Find Christ.
Like, the big wood headboard. I'd be like,
strong, stand straight up. Like,
wrap it up.
Calm down. She'd have been like on the phone, like being like, listen, if you come over, are you going to have sex with me? And she's like, let's get that out of the way right now.
He needs to stop playing games.
Put the sales talk.
I did.
Oh, God.
I'm glad, Brian, you kind of touched on it, but I was going to make a comment about how I wrote down, like, how many times you're going to see, like, Cooper and Alana, like, running at each other in this movie. And the whole last bit is them doing a montage of them both running and towards each other, which is, like, on the nose, but it's good direction. I like the editing. Yeah. So, ending very like, yeah, they're together. That's their character arc.
Yeah, I don't
In a
know.
way.
Because he's like, we're married. And she's like,
Fuck
all right,
off,
cut
yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, they smooch once, and that's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're still in that zone.
Yeah,
kinda.
I see what you mean.
But at least they know they're like, all right, it's kind of fucked up out here,
Yeah.
at least.
I just don't know what.
But it is super
I think
weird that
yeah,
she's
that
25.
that like, and that was the thing I was trying to
Yeah.
say. There was like, I think that's the big thing that I know a lot of people had a problem with this movie was just because it's like, you guys are like, it almost seems like it's encouraging it. I don't know if it's about that. I just like, I think it's a very well done movie, but I can see
It's
how
more than that.
it could put you off by the fact that it is in fact a woman of the age of 25 courting a man in his 15.
I
But
will say this
yeah.
is based on a mix of experiences from PTA's own life and a producer, actor, friend of his who was basically the Gary Valentine, Gary Valentine character, which is why so many of these random stories are like hyper specific. And some of them are real people. So it's like, yeah, this happened. You know, I used to hustle mattresses and I got arrested. You know,
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, one time, you know, during the gas crisis, we had to back the truck down this hill
Yeah.
to hope to get to a gas station. You know, it's like stuff like that with a little bit of color added in. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe he did really have a fling with a 25-year-old woman, maybe, or an older woman. I
Who's
don't know.
to say? You know, I did think the whole. You brought up immediately Brian with Bradley Cooper, like the Barbara Streisand, sand's like the beach,
Yeah.
ocean, like that whole. It's great. He's like, what's this fucking guy's from?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was so good.
he's like, can you drive a truck? He's like, yeah, fucking Gary can't do it.
yeah, yeah,
Like Bradley, yeah, no, it's great. I just kind of thought it was gonna come, the fact that they did leave the hose running in his bedroom. I didn't.
yeah.
Miss
They
it.
were
Well, I think that's
fucked
why it
with
was
him.
so funny. They kept running into him, and he always looked so angry.
No,
but none
no,
of it was
them.
about how they destroyed his house.
Yeah,
God damn it! You blew it, Steve. There's no gas in the fucking car. Like,
And you're just like, oh, he's okay. It's because he didn't have any gas. And then like you see him again, and like when he starts smashing his car in the truck where
Yeah.
you start, which I was thinking, I was like, they're just driving around all
Yeah,
day,
they-
up the hill,
Yeah,
down the
right.
hill, to the
she
house and
whipped
back,
that
and
hose
like-
without the. What'd she like? Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
crazy.
yeah. That was one of the few times they didn't have like the score playing
Yeah.
or any music when she's going down the hill. You're just hearing the wind because she was flying bacowards. Like you could flip that thing if you're not
Oh yeah,
careful.
no, they
but
could have very much died.
Had those three boys back there holding on to ropes.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Yeah.
That's also like the most unrealistic part of the movie.
Like when they go like, where do you think we are right now? I don't know. I thought that was so
If you ever
funny.
try to stand in the back of a moving car like that, like a van, like impossible. Those dudes would have been thrown from the, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think one time I stood in the back of my dad's electrical van, and we're like, we'll drive around the block. We're like, pull over. Someone's gonna die. like it's like this isn't bad. Like,
That's what the
yeah,
ropes are for,
exactly. Yeah,
right?
I guess. Yeah, that's what the ropes are for. That solves everything. But good, Eric. You know what? It
No,
was a good
but
watch,
yeah.
though. I was so entertained. Definitely, like, I mean, it's PTA, and it just shows you why he's one of the better filmmakers working right now. You could see that in everything he does,
Yeah.
from the dialogue to the direction.
You see his comedy that was also prevalent in One Bad After Another in this one too. So I'm glad I might be working my way backwards through his movies.
I think I might
here.
as well. But first, I gotta finish Bond.
I'm-
Bastards.
Yeah.
There's a lot
But,
of phantom thread in this.
Was
as
there?
well.
I haven't seen that.
Just like a businessman drives his love interest insane.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you see these themes, and I mean the guy's been working for 30 years now, so I'm excited to keep working through them. But this is one that's been on my watch list for a while, so I'm glad I got to watch it with you guys. I know my mom said she wanted to watch it for a while, so shout out you, Mom. Give this a listen, give it a watch. But Micah, you have our pick for next week. What do you got for us, brother?
And I was thinking, I'm of two minds. I'd love to go back to the theater, but we're kind of making both work. And it is October, so I'm going to straddle the line because I was inspired. Earlier this week because my good friend, close personal friend, Abel, dropped a music video. And been known he was a cinephile, but I couldn't believe who he got to direct the movie. It was Gaspar Noé. And I was like, man, I've seen one of his movies. I really like his movie Climax. So we're going to watch the 2009 movie Enter the Void.
Into the Void.
Into the void.
Enter the Void.
Enter the Void.
Enter the void.
Enter the Void with an E.
Enter the Void. There it is.
Enter.
Whoa. What we got here? Gaspar Noé.
I don't know much about this movie.
A drug dealer's out-of-body experience in Tokyo. Okay.
Tokyo.
Starring. I don't know these people. Do I?
No, he's French. So
All right.
I won't know
Little
him.
artsy release. Cool. I'm in. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Rough cut premiered at
Nathaniel Brown. Sorry. His bald head popped up and scared the shit out of me on the screen. I don't know if that's the same photo. Shout out you, Nathaniel Brown. We'd love to have you on the pod, bro.
Shout out Nathaniel Brown.
Shout out Nathaniel Brown. Would love to have you on, brother.
This guy's bald head. It's really going to be an absolute trip of a movie.
Yeah, it was between this and Bone Lake, so I went with
Oh,
this.
okay. Yeah. I think the old Bone Lake or the new Bone Lake?
Excellent question.
Is Bone Lake a remake?
I think it's a remake. I might be
Don't
wrong,
forget it.
though.
And how long they been boning?
What about Caddo Lake? What about how many lakes are they going to make? There was Caddo Lake last year. now there's Bone Lake.
I might be wrong about Bone Lake. But I hope it's just one Bone
Winter
Lake.
No, we're gonna do Enter the Void. I've been wanting to watch this. Now I have a reason. Can't wait. We're gonna come back changed men. I've heard.
I'm in.
All right.
Should we? How much drugs should we take? How much drugs should we take before the movie?
All of them.
I've heard. I've heard you're good.
Okay, so you don't need to.
I've heard this is a
drug in itself.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Word.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, Enter the Void it is. So, but
and now into
into the news. That's right. Let's go around and let's talk about our box office from this past week.
Cool.
So the three big releases coming out this week were obviously Tron Ares, which we talked about a little bit.
Right.
Roofman, which
It's
Roofman finally is here.
Thank God.
No more trailer.
Get him off the
Yeah.
roof.
The fucking boop. Boop. I'm tired of that.
got me.
Yeah. And then Jennifer Lopez's Kiss of the Spider-Woman also came out this
Not
week.
a Marvel movie.
But let's go. Not a Marvel
Don't get
movie.
confused.
Let's go around and talk about Tron Ares. It led the weekend, opening to $60.5 million worldwide. That's on an $180 million budget. I compared this to Tron Legacy earlier because Tron Legacy back in 2010 opened to a $60 million opening weekend on a $170 million budget. And it ended up grossing over $409 million during its entire theatrical run. So the question is, do we think Tron Ares can get to that $400 million mark?
I don't know, man. Michael, what do you think? I just feel like different era. I feel you guys are saying Tron. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know because it lacks the world that I think you would want to go to. It lacks that, like, you know, you're just like, I don't know where they are, like Seattle or somewhere. They're somewhere techie, like San Francisco or somewhere.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
Most filmed in Canada, but it's supposed to be like somewhere on the West Coast movie. And like, I don't want to go there, man. I want to go to
Send me to the grid.
They can't do Avatar on Earth
It's
for
just
the
like-
same reason you can't do.
I just feel like it raises so many questions, right? Like with the grid. I know we already talked about it, so I don't want to harp too much on that. But like what you said with Tron Legacy, I feel like there was all this intrigue about, like you said, like what happens? What's farther off the grid? Where's Jeff Bridges living? Why is there a nightclub? How did Daft Punk get there? All these good important questions. Whereas,
I don't know if those are.
no, but
Those are my
those are
questions.
my questions. But now, like you said, it's like what do we care about? It's not as exciting to be like, oh, let's spend time in San Francisco.
Yeah, dude. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I'm tired.
You don't wonder how
when
Daft Punk got to the grid, Micah? That's not a question you had? I did.
Honestly, this might even be like Denver because it is like a quick 30-minute drive from the city, or actually a
20.
sub 28-minute drive
That's
from
right.
the
Sub
city
20.
to the wilderness.
You can clock him on every. Wait, so when they come out of the grid, do they always come out of this one spot, or can they come out kind of anywhere?
it's pretty much the
More or
same
less.
spot that
More or less.
they're. Yeah, they have.
So he has
this
a radius
laser.
of how far he can go.
Yeah.
No, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it somehow includes some kind of evil warehouse, the wilderness, and also this large city.
Right. Okay.
And let it be known, Evan Peters never leaves said warehouse.
Like, he actually never steps foot outside
He
the warehouse.
never
It's very
leaves
funny.
the warehouse.
Really?
He's in this warehouse the whole movie.
Yeah, he was there for 2 days, 2.5 days.
Yeah, they got all his scenes done like that, like every scene. Greta Lee, they put her everywhere.
Yeah,
at
I
least
thought she was a cop because of how she looked in the trailer.
I agree.
Just a weird sweater vest.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was a bulletproof vest. It's a black sweater.
Really?
She's playing like a.
Oh, I
CEO.
thought she was a
Doesn't
cop
matter.
too in the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I thought she
I was like, when does she become a cop? And they're like, the CEO.
CEO. That's hilarious.
She's a CEO.
Okay, good to know.
So yeah, this is a movie that I don't know. I was looking at what's upcoming. Outside of this coming weekend, I don't think it's gonna get beaten out, but I mean, I could see the numbers dropping for next week. So, moving on, Roofman debuted second in the domestic office. It brought in $8 million. I did not look up its budget, but I'm sure that's fine for Roofman. $8 million. I know this is getting a lot of actual love for Channing Tatum's performance and the movie in general. I've
said
good
that,
things.
Eric, I've said that to people because someone was asking me if they should see it, and I was like, I actually haven't seen it yet. I can't really give my opinion, but I was like, I re-emphasized the point. It's like I actually think this movie could be good, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on it. We were just so sick of seeing the trailer. That's really all it was.
Yeah, it seems like a charming,
hell yeah,
feel good.
I could get on board with it.
Criminal with a heart of gold.
It's got a good cast in there when you look it down to its roots. Yeah. Like, you got a good cast. You're gonna have fun. Like, obviously, you're having fun with Peter Dinklage. Like, it's a interesting premise.
But I am like so tired of seeing
the trailer. Oh my god, the fucking ink sack. Every scene. Yeah, my thing is, they just need a different cut of the trailer. Just put a different, like, you know what I mean? Like, Roofman trailer.
How much more?
Roofman trailer. Well, then make it shorter. Roofman trailer 2. Just reorder the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not that hard. And then other movies, I think third in the domestic box office. One Battle After Another is continuing its run.
Nice.
We're hearing all this great stuff about it in terms of like PTA's highest. It's doing well. It's still getting money. However, I just think that Taylor Swift weekend really set it off course in terms of earning its full potential at the box office.
I don't see Smashing Machine on this list. Speaking of a casualty of Taylor Swift, where did that fall?
Ooh, I actually could pull that up real quick, but let's see. Somebody can talk about the other movie that premiered last weekend.
But our other one we mentioned last week, Kiss of the Spider-Woman. I mean, I canceled my ticket just because I had.
I know nothing. I know next to nothing about this movie.
I think she'll maybe still sneak in if supporting actress is weak.
Diego Luna, I like him.
I
like Diego Luna.
It made less than $1 million on, I think, about maybe 1,300 screens, which isn't like a ton, but also it's not a small amount. It's not like the New York, LA only. And to make less than $1 million is brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely
really
brutal.
Yeah.
But this is also the kind of movie that I don't know if it needs to make money because, I think, a large part of this was funded by her and Affleck. So, I mean, your money. I don't know.
There you go. The Smashing Machine is sitting at 8th on the domestic weekend. Domestic box office list, getting 1.7 mil. It's behind Demon Slayer still. Conjuring, Gabby's Dollhouse is still raking it in.
Gabby's Dollhouse.
Soul on Fire, which I'm not really.
Fucking love Gabby's Dollhouse, man.
Damn.
We're gonna get into our movie, our like fantasy league later, but I was looking at some of the top teams, and a lot of them have Gabby's Dollhouse on there.
I didn't even know what. I didn't know what it was,
but yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I was not tracking it at all. But Kiss of the Spider-Woman, as Brian said, not related to Marvel.
Not Madam Web.
Didn't. Not Madam Web.
Unfortunately.
Somehow doing worse.
Somehow doing worse. But anyway, coming up this weekend, we've got Brian's maybe his most anticipated film of the year, Black Phone 2.
Check the old thing we made. When was that? Months ago. I had it on there.
Was it on there?
But yeah, when we redid
it was on there. That's fire.
I put the Black Phone. And it looks sick.
Hey, I know if it was your week, we would have gone. We would be in theaters watching.
We would have been there. Make no mistake. That's why I was pitching
then,
you guys
A
get.
grabber? What if
got-
I haven't? Do I need
Yes,
to
you
see
need-
the first
yes, you
one
need
to
to see the first
understand?
one.
Who is he
He's
grabbing?
grabbing
I'm
the
sorry,
children
what's
into
he-
the van.
If he's calling them, I love messing
Not
with his
calling.
face.
He's
so
not
excited.
calling.
So, does he?
He grabs kids.
Oh,
just
don't pick up the phone
First
then.
off, he doesn't
idiot.
grab you. I don't. So here's the thing I will say about this. So here's one thing I want to say about the movie though, because obviously it's getting pretty good early reception for it. So it's based on a book called 20th Century Ghosts. It's a short story called The Black Phone in there. I haven't read it. I actually got the book though, so I'm going to read it. But it's a short story. The first movie is essentially the grabber.
Don't spoil.
No, I'm
it.
saying.
He's grabbing the kids.
I'm not going to go into what the Black Phone. I'm saying the first movie it's a child murderer who snatches
Does
children.
he have a grabber?
No, he
or-
is the grabber.
I am the one who grabs.
No, but
I am the one who
the
grabs.
point I'm trying to make is that the whole movie is the kid is now kidnapped by said grabber, and the Black Phone then comes into play there. He has to now try to find a way to escape. The second one it looks like they're going completely different. I don't know anything.
He can
Looks
ice.
like they're
skate
going
now.
Freddy
Krueger.
Krueger. It seems
man.
He's got
very.
a pretty nice. What is it?
So the whole
hockey
thing in the
stop?
first movie, the whole thing in the first movie is that the kids, some of his previous victims, are able to communicate with Finney. He's the main kid via the Black Phone, and they're trying. It's a whole mystery. They're trying to figure out where he is and how to escape. It seems like they're kind of flipping that on its head for the second one, where now Senor Grabber has now got his way back to this spirit realm and is like, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. So they're kind of
I'm gonna
it's
call
Freddy.
you.
I'm gonna call you now. So the Grabber is
Yeah.
not the one calling in the first one.
The dialer.
He's not.
The dial.
Yes, the guy. I'm no longer the Grabber. I'm the dialer now.
I will
don't
say
know.
I enjoy the trailers. They're
skating?
fun. There's some trolly shit part. The first one where he's skating, and he's like, he's here, and then he's skating in the mist.
See, that's the hockey
Watch
stop,
the
man.
first
I'm
movie, you fucking
geeking.
No,
hooligans.
no. And then the
Midwestern in the
Hour and a
first
half.
one.
Yeah, it's good. It's Ethan Hawke is really.
He's Midwestern. now?
They're in Denver.
He-
They're in
like,
Denver.
he's played
They're in
hockey?
Denver in the
He
first
played
one.
Ooh.
hockey. That's a legit hockey.
They're outside.
star.
They're like
grabber.
Yeah,
Backstory.
and he does indeed grab
Nick
children,
Bonito.
not like that I know of, but he grabs them and he puts them in their van. In his van, he grabs them.
Who murders children? I guess is that better or
Well,
worse?
he called. It seems like
You murder children, but you don't.
it
diddle
seems
them?
semi-sexual.
That's
Like the
better?
movie, it's like
They're-
there's a whole
they're
thing where
dead
he
still?
will leave the door.
I guess
he'll
that's
leave the
better.
door unlocked. Yeah,
Right?
he'll leave the door unlocked for them.
Sunk cost. Call it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Alana Haim is the grabber.
Dude, when she showed up to it was like what teen festival, and she was just there. I was like, nah, put
I'm
her,
a
Can you-
chaperone.
put her on.
Did you say
the
anything
list.
where he's like, "I like"? Do you think it's weird that I hang out with him and all his 15-year-old friends? Yes, I do.
Sorry to bring this up again. Just speaking about pedophiles, the character of Alana. Yeah. I know.
Oh, yeah.
So she's the what would you call her? The driver?
The grab. I don't know why the grabber is such a thing you get hung up on. It's not a great.
It's
It's not a
silly
great.
name.
He didn't come up
It's
with
a
it.
silly
The
name.
papers did. It was 1970s. I don't know.
It's a silly. It's still a silly name.
To watch
you
the
know?
first movie, I
It's
bet
right above the Bye Bye Man.
the
man.
you're gonna
Say,
say
I was-
That's crazy.
In terms
Right.
of name,
We gotta get back on track. No worry. I will say I was excited. I was excited initially, and then I was not excited for this movie, and now I might be a little
grabbed your
back.
attention and then it lost.
Yeah.
It lost it because then I was like, "We're just doing Freddy Krueger again."
Yeah, but
I think I saw another trailer and I got a little disappointed. There's a very trolly part where he spins her and then she's spinning and blood's coming out. I was like, "This looks really."
Well, how about
trolly.
you let Mr. Black Phone fan here watch it, and then I'll gauge it, and then I'll follow up with you.
All
'Cause
right.
none of you have even seen the first Black Phone, and I've seen it twice, and I will defend that movie till I die.
Well, not so fun now, Brian, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not. You guys making fun. You're stop
Also
making
coming
the
out this
grabber
weekend
stupid.
is also coming out this weekend is Good Fortune, starring Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari.
Speaking of another alleged grabber, Aziz Ansari.
Is he even like?
I'm
is
kidding.
He,
It was
is he a grabber?
He's a miscommunicator. Is from his side.
Okay. So he wrote and directed this one though, didn't he? Fuck, man, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the trailer with Carly, and Carly immediately goes, "I don't think Keanu was the right choice." I was like, "I don't know. I kind of like Keanu."
I feel like that the whole
I think
thing's
Carly
built
said that. I think
around
Carly said that.
Keanu being an angel.
I think it's because
Listen, you know what you're getting when you.
no, I
hire
think
him.
it's because she watched Point Break
Yeah.
with me, and I think there's some fairness to what she's saying with like Keanu, who I love. You have to wonder sometimes, is he a very good actor? I don't know.
He's not. But
Like, would Tron Ares have been more fun if Keanu
Yes.
was Ares?
Maybe.
Because then
I think it would have been so much fun.
Really? Like him being like Jared Leto's character would have been like.
He's just so old now.
Yeah.
Like, you just need. I'm trying to think of who.
But the action would have been better. I think you would have gotten more people out to the theaters if
he was. Anybody. It's not a shooting.
But
Keanu's
he's fighting.
Barely,
Yeah,
Keanu's got bad knees.
I didn't think that Keanu,
you know?
his John Wick performance, could get more, let's say, stilted until I saw Ballerina. Some of his line delivery in that movie.
Quite literally stilted because he has bad knees.
in that
he's
Ballerina, he's
like,
sometimes being like, "What do you think we should do next?" What? What?
It's the only way to hold the surfer at bay. You really is only
FBI.
He really wants to go like, oh yeah,
okay.
sure, shoot me.
We should watch Constantine because I refuse to believe there's a movie where he did a British accent. Or was it Constantine? Which one did he do it? No. It was Bram Stoker's Dracula. I apologize. It was Bram Stoker's Dracula. He did a
Hello, dude.
Fucking hell. All right, move on. So, Eric, say anything else.
We have all our movie news to get
And a game.
We talked about The Grabber for 27 minutes. All right. Speaking of Bradley Cooper, we watched him in this movie. We thought he was great. What do we think about Bradley Cooper? And this ties into last week. We were just talking about Oceans and that supposed prequel movie with Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. Apparently, Ryan Gosling wants out on that project now. So Bradley Cooper is in talks to replace him and to star along Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Sure.
I don't know anything about this Oceans project. Like we said, like gonna need a little more details.
It's a prequel set in the 60s in Europe. Where it's gonna be a heist movie, but I think it's like Margot Robbie and now Bradley Cooper are like Danny Ocean's parents.
Okay.
In like Europe pulling heists. So
honestly, you should just go full in. Call up Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but fuck it. Why not? Put a crew together.
He was great in the
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yes.
Henry Cavill. With Margot Robbie?
I can see it. They're handsome.
Yeah.
Handsome people.
Handsome people. Bradley Cooper seems.
I think he's a little older, but hey, who knows? Could work.
Yeah, he seems a little older. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie is 40.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what? You're right. It's an excellent point, Micah.
She is 20.
Bradley Cooper's even older.
So we're gonna be tracking that. There's apparently a ton of Oceans projects in the work at I think that's at Warner Brothers.
Somebody did say the other day about Oceans, and I kind of have to agree. They're like nothing. Oceans 11 through 13, and I swear to God, it was on when I was in Mississippi. It's like it'll always hit harder on a hotel TV. Catch about 45 minutes of an Oceans movie on your hotel TV.
Yeah,
that shit slaps.
It pops up on like FX and TNT on your TV.
It's like people talk about like it's just like hotel views. Like, why does Family Guy and South Park hit harder on a hotel TV? It's like just true, and I guess the Oceans movies.
It's like Discovering Gold.
Yeah, Oceans movies in the same way, I guess. Because I think the ending, I literally turned it on my TV and it was the end of Ocean's 11. You know, when Brad Pitt's pretending to be a doctor. It's kind of funny.
There you go.
All right. What else we got, Eric?
There you go.
Round two. Let's get some momentum under this news.
Yeah, let's keep her going. We've been talking about Warner Brothers. What's up?
I was going to say we'll work our way down lower on this list. Low. Like Paramount's offer to buy Warner Brothers.
Hit it, Micah. Hit it.
Do it.
That was good.
Well,
that's the pitch.
The gist.
That was it.
Warner Brothers says too low to $20 a share. Paramount to make a second offer. This is gamesmanship. I think Paramount really needs to buy Warner Brothers because they don't have really any IP of their own over at Paramount. And Warner IP. Brothers knows that. And so they can just, charge a little bit higher. This is already higher than what their stock's trading at now.
Yeah, it's like $17, which was up a lot.
Yeah,
it's gone up
because people are buying because they know you gotta buy this a little bit higher. So you'll make buy enough shares. That's even more money. I know everyone involved on the board side, Zadsloff and the board, they all have stock invested. So they're just kind of waiting to make their money. I don't know if it'll happen at Paramount, but they are gonna unfortunately sell Warner Brothers.
Yeah. But I still hope it's Paramount. Obviously, we talked about Netflix getting in the and not and
Netflix
this
has said no.
Yeah. So
Netflix has said no.
well, there you go. So that's good to know.
To see what happens next.
In all this commotion, maybe sneaking under the radar, Mortal Kombat 3 has already been greenlit at Warner
Really?
Brothers.
I mean, you think they're really confident the second one making money?
Was that New York City Comic Con, right?
Yeah, this last week was New York City Comic Con. There's a lot going on with Marvel. I feel like we didn't need to go into that. That's not what this podcast is for. A lot going on. They like announced some stuff with Invincible, Game of Thrones stuff. But for the purposes of this, yeah, Mortal Kombat 3 got greenlit, which is like fine. I still need to watch the first one all the way through. But
I thought it was pretty. It's solid. It's solid.
cool,
There's some really great scenes. There's some less than great scenes. People seem really excited about the second one because it feels like they really, from what I understand, it seems like they're really leaning into like. I'm not a fan of the games, like I don't know, but they're kind of like really leaning into like what the games run and like the silly parts of the movies, the '90s movies that people liked. So I think they're gonna. I think you're kind of because the first one they tried to like still kind of keep I think one foot in the reality, being like, oh, like how's it? Yeah, no, this one they're like, okay, no, they're going out. Well, there'll still be a story, but I mean like more like they added this new character Cole, and they're trying to be like you're the descendant of Scorpion, and they tied into our own history, and I think people are kind of like, boo, make with the the cosmic fight.
now we got Johnny Cage.
Yeah, now we got Carl Urban's Johnny Cage. It looks crazy.
And Carl Urban is the guy. So
Yeah, I mean the first one had some cool scenes. Like the opening sequence, I still stand by, is like almost feels like a different movie.
Yeah.
It's weirdly like it's really
that's
good.
what I've seen.
Yeah, that's
what I've
by
seen.
the end it's good. The end gets another Sub-Zero Scorpion fight. That was pretty cool. I don't know. There's some cool stuff in there. I'm excited for it. I don't think I'm going to be like rushing out my door to see it, but I'm definitely hoping that they stick the landing because I can get.
Oh, speaking of magical fights, I think maybe they're just gonna sit there.
Whoa.
See, jury's out.
Whoa,
Who said that? Who said that? My bad.
This is a family podcast.
What happens here?
Strike
Sorry.
one.
They're gonna rub their broomsticks together.
Jesus Christ.
And
Glenda doesn't have a broomstick. She has a bubble.
Got a popper bubble, man.
Hey, yo.
Hey, all right. Everyone calm down. Micah, what are we leading up to?
Sorry.
all here.
I don't even know.
The
I
grabber.
just said that. All right. Sorry.
You want me to
talk about it?
I just wanted to be lewd. I'm sorry.
Okay, Wicked for Good.
God.
Just had the biggest first day pre-sales number for any movie in 2025. Obviously, this movie is huge. The first one made $756.4 million.
Right.
So the question is, do we see Wicked 2 making more or less than that?
Oh, this one's
going
up.
around.
I think this one's up. Especially, really, you think after the success of the first one that they're. I mean, I know the first one's a little more accessible, but this one seems.
Yeah.
I think all the good shit's front loaded.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought,
like,
too.
you won't have the same unless I don't know, they pay off some stuff that they I don't know, unless you really wrap it up nicely or the songs are just extra super good. I know they're adding 2 of them. I don't think it'll have the same like word of mouth kind of like continuous like people going back and back.
That was my
unless if they fuck up the ending, people aren't gonna want to go back. Again.
Yeah. I bet their first weekend, their opening weekend, does better than Wicked's original open weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the rewatchability will be a factor if this isn't.
I do agree. I will agree. So, like,
good.
I've heard, like, I know Carly said she knows some of the songs, and I know that there is like a whole second half and stuff like that. But for me, any songs I knew from Wicked were already in the first movie. Like I kind of thought Defying Gravity was the end of the show.
I also thought
might as well just end.
So this movie is interesting though because it does take place in tandem with The Wizard of Oz. Now this whole second half, like it timeline wise. Yeah. So like that'll be interesting because like that's why for me I am kind of intrigued as much as I'm not like overjoyed because I'm like,
how do you land?
Well, I'm just like more being like, wait, you tell me that dude becomes a fucking scarecrow? How did that happen? Like, why is that guy that he's like that? You know, someone's like, you know, that's the Tin Man. Also, I didn't know that the wish that Dorothy crushes at the beginning of the Wizard of Oz
spoiler.
Is it was a chick in the wheelchair. Oh, okay, dude, the show's been out for like 2 decades.
I'm messing around, but also like I saw her floating in the trailer, and I was wondering like, love casting for representation, but she does have to walk. Like what the magic shoes do, they make her walk. how are you gonna do that? I guess she's gonna fly. That's fine.
Oh, boy.
But I was just saying, like,
Is it still like her feet that stick out of the underneath the house?
in the trailer, and they're like reuniting and stuff. And someone's like, meanwhile, her sister.
Yeah, done under that house right there. That's what.
Yeah, but isn't it like her feet sticking
in the
out
original, in the Wizard of Oz?
Well, then when they take the shoes off, they curl
Yeah,
up.
in the original, she's right. Yeah, no.
She can't walk, which is like, are they gonna?
Is that a little tone deaf?
I mean, because she was just like, yeah, they it's their fault. They made it real and serious instead of something silly and magical.
Right.
So
Now you made your bed. Now you got to sleep in it.
Now you got to show her
Yeah.
legs.
Who is playing Dorothy? Have they? Is that?
I don't know how.
common
really
knowledge?
They just never.
I don't
show
really
her
know how
face.
big of
I
a
don't know,
role
it'd
that
be
they really
weird.
have. Like they're around. They talk to the wizard.
I've seen like in the trailer, there's multiple shots of her. Unless they're never just gonna show her face. Like,
I think that'd be tasteful if it's like always like
Yeah.
the back of her head.
and it's
I don't
because
know.
it's about
We're
the
gonna
other
find-
two. Yeah. Yeah.
Judy Garland, pretty recognizable.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
There's a
just
lot.
pops
There's
up.
a lot of
Yeah.
like. So there's a lot of speculation about who's playing her.
Fear.
Alicia Weir.
AI. Judy Garland would be terrible.
Alicia
Would it be
Weir,
the
someone
woman
who people think
from-
might be playing?
Who's currently on Broadway or no?
Who is that?
No, I don't know.
I
But
don't know
apparently,
that
whoever. So I guess the point of Alyssa. So Alyssa Weir is a woman who plays Abigail in that movie Abigail. But I don't. People are saying they don't know. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Vampire movie.
What
A
is
little
that?
vampire
oh,
chick.
that little
A little vampire
dancer
lady.
girl. Okay.
Yeah. So it seems like, Mike, I guess the point being, it seems like they're going to do one of a few things.
Yeah.
They're either going to reveal this person, they're not really going to show her, or it's going to be some weird, god awful creation of CGI. We're going to find out.
Oh, I hope not.
Good
That
eye.
would be bad.
Good
I
job.
doubt they're
That'd
gonna
be
go that
so
route.
bad.
Okay, so we're all kind of saying we'll see on the movie. Probably opening weekend, it'll make a ton of money, and then
Right.
Yeah, we might be in danger of not getting tickets. Fellas.
I
know
Carly-
Brian is clamoring to see this
Carly
opening day.
books them. That's her job. She wants me to go opening day.
Oh, Carly books
she did
them.
that last year. She could do it this
there
year.
you go.
We'll see.
All right. Well, I guess you gotta pray to God that you're gonna get those tickets, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Speaking of God,
God.
who wants to read the next?
I got
one?
it. So, Jesus.
I got it.
Ah!
Sorry.
Jim Caviezel is not returning to play his titular character, the one who made Jesus Christ famous.
He's 100 years old.
Jesus, it's not reprising.
The one who made Jesus Christ
The one,
famous.
he's not reprising his titular role of Jesus Christ superstar. No, Jesus Christ in the Passion.
You're telling me he's not
He's
returning?
not, no, Christ is not. Christ is in fact not returning. Jesus Christ is going to be played by someone else. God, who's going to be?
I laid eyes on him.
Ooh.
He looks like your
Finnish actor Jaakko.
blonde hair, blue eyed. Why is this
Oh,
guy?
Tonin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They are.
Mel Gibson has cast what appears to be an Aryan
Jim the
as
Italian looks more accurate
Jesus
than
Christ.
This guy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
This guy looks like a male Anya
Does he?
Taylor-Joy. Like, what's like? When did like Jesus? You're telling me he died, and then he came out with like he dyed his hair and put in.
Well,
blue
in the
contacts?
political climate today,
Or are they gonna put some heinous makeup? Remember when Bradley Cooper got in trouble for giving himself a little prosthetic makeover?
For what?
for Maestro.
Maestro.
Yo,
For
this
Maestro?
guy,
He got in trouble for that.
this dude looks like just looks like the drawings of Jesus at your white friend's church. Like it's like the most like.
There you go.
It's like he does
There you go.
does look like that stereotypical Trump America Jesus. Like they're gonna eat this shit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Can't wait till the post-credit scene where he meets up with Charlie.
Hey Jesus, need a hand?
All right, I'll cut.
Yeah.
This
cancel pod.
podcast every week is getting more. We're trying to. Hey, this is gonna rack in views.
Cancel pod.
Start saying more controversial.
Should we just
shit.
say that? Should we be like breaking news?
How do you even say this? I never watched this
Llorona.
movie.
It's Spanish.
Llorona.
It's like a
La,
Y sound.
yeah, you
Llorona.
know I don't do well with Spanish.
La Llorona.
Llorona. Ya Llorona. The Curse of Ya Llorona sequel is now in production apparently. We know the Conjuring official line ended with what was his last one called?
Was
Last
this for
Rites.
that?
Kind of. So it's Michael
Yeah,
Chavez
yeah.
directed the first one, which is he did the newest Conjuring. It's Conjuring adjacent. I didn't see it. It's an old folktale from Latin America. I don't really know. Let me tell you something.
It's the least adjacent.
No, yeah, because I don't know how.
Annabelle
I'm gonna look
none.
up how it ties in, but it technically is part of the Conjuring universe. But it doesn't make sense why it is because it's just a folklore.
Yeah. But that's in production now. Santiago Mangini. He was the filmmaker behind the award-winning horror short Milk. Is slated as director for New Line's new project. Will star Jay Hernandez, who was Magnum P.I. I guess the most recent Magnum P.I. if anyone's watched that. Monica Raymond, alongside Raymond Cruz, who returning from the first one. I didn't watch the first one, but I'm surprised this movie got greenlit, considering I know a lot of people consider the original Curse of La Llorona as one of the weaker movie entries in the Conjuring universe. But there you go. For any sickos out there that want to watch this movie.
So
Brian, you said you were looking up how it connects.
This is actually kind of interesting about like the La Llorona thing, and it's one of those ones that has like all those pop-up ads, and I think that completely short-circuited my bandwidth because I was like about to be like, oh, that's interesting, and I realized like you guys are not hearing what I'm saying, and it's like.
No, yeah.
All right. So what were you saying, real quick?
Oh, yeah. No, I can say it quick. So I guess it wasn't supposed to be connected because there was something about who was producing both movies. But then they put a cameo where Father Perez, who I guess is in Annabelle, is also in La Llorona. And at first it was supposed to just kind of be a nod, and Michael Chavez got permission to use both the character again. And then they decided afterwards to just be like, no, we're actually going to loop it in. And now it's getting a sequel, so who knows how that's going to tie more. But it's really it was always been the outlier of the Conjuring universe. It doesn't really fit. There you go. That was all it was. But yeah, I opened like screenrant.com and this computer did not like that. It was like, All
right. Well, cool. Well, we'll keep our eyes on that. I know there's other projects coming along in the Conjuring universe. I think they were doing like a prequel show at HBO or something. So
I'm excited.
More excited for that.
The Derry one more than anything. That one looks cool.
Yeah. But in July 2027, it's not Barbenheimer, it's The Simpsons Movie 2 and Minecraft 2.
We'll think of something funny for that. Give us time.
Yeah, give us something. We'll come up with something. But obviously, Simpsons movie. We talked about this. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Getting its sequel after 20 years, and then Minecraft movie getting a sequel after 2 years.
How do we feel about Chicken Piggy?
Chicken pig, yeah, spider chicken jockey.
Chicken pig.
Chicken
pig, something like that. I don't know.
It's certainly there. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it.
That'll be interesting. That's kind of like two very opposite ends of the. I wonder for the second Minecraft movie if they're gonna lean into like the chicken jockey stuff.
I don't know
what their next thing is gonna be.
I had this cousin who like completely lost. I don't see him that often, but we talked about it. He's like, dude, I actually just saw a Minecraft movie in the theaters the other day. And I thought I was going to be like, oh, it was funny. He goes, dude, it was awesome, man. The chicken jockey thing, that's the funniest shit. I'm like, oh, God. Okay, well, we're not.
You don't see him often because he's in special care.
He's actually, he's like a senior at Northeastern. So I'm just like,
why is Northeastern catching a stray right now?
Good school. I don't know. I guess he just really liked the chicken jockey. Maybe he's a sophomore. But I haven't seen the first one. It's like one of those movies I just like can't bring myself to watch. Have either of you seen it?
I don't need it.
No. Yeah, you have seen it, Micah?
No, God, no. I don't need to see it.
Oh, okay.
It's for kids. It's all right. They can have their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of stuff
for kids.
Well, I don't know. It's definitely to sell toys nowadays, unfortunately. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Disney came out and kind of shed some light on their budgets for some of their Star Wars project, and it lends perspective onto why Mandalorian and Grogu is the first Star Wars film released in 7 years to theaters, because they revealed that their 2019 project, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, the budget for that movie, or the cost for that movie, came out to almost $600 million, $593.7, which makes it the third most expensive movie in history. That's behind Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which obviously is one of the top 10, I think top 5 highest grossing movies of all time, and then Jurassic World Dominion. So
What the fuck?
Naming
How
these
did that
3
cost
movies
so
is
much?
crazy.
How did that cost? Dominion cost
Reshoots.
that much money? What
I
the
think
fuck?
That might have been because you're hiring the OG cast.
Yeah,
which
maybe. But what? I mean,
which-
still.
They weren't even cameos. They were the cast of the movie, which was surprising.
I think the
Yeah.
Force Awakens one, like, I can wrap my head around that. Plus, like you said, Eric, that earned its money and
Its
then
coin.
some. Like, and it's also not a bad movie. Rise of Skywalker. You're telling me so? Those are the 3 most expensive movies ever made. $600 million is insane.
Isn't the OG cast also in both?
No. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. The
But,
cast
like-
in Rise of Skywalker is pretty crazy. It's a shitty movie though.
And it's all because it's a lot of
You gotta pay 'em.
reshoots because they were filming it.
playing
On,
games.
they were writing it on set.
Very classic
And this
damage
movie,
control.
I think, only made half of what Force Awakens made.
Okay.
It made only like about $1 billion at the worldwide box office, which is still good, but like for a $600 million budget,
Right. Kind of.
it's not good. That's not good.
No.
But this lends perspective to $600 million compared to the budget for the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie is only $166 million.
That's lower than I thought. Yeah, damn.
Which I don't even know. I think production costs for a season of the Mandalorian might be more than that. I gotta double check
think
that.
At
But-
least for a season of Andor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Andor was wicked expensive, but there's only 2 of them.
Which
Which is
explains
awesome.
why this looks like TV, but I don't
Yeah.
think it.
That's what I was thinking too, Mike. I was like, does this explain why? But I mean, we've seen movies with less budget look not like a direct to
Call
Disney
Gareth
Plus.
Edwards.
Yeah, I was just thinking that the creator. Is that what you're thinking?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, or
Or any of his movies. No, I get your point though. But like, $166 million is not some like shoestring budget that you can't do anything with. Like, I don't like that's cool. Well, they have plenty of money, but like, it's just it was one of the more crazy trailers. I feel like Mandalorian and Grogu, where, like you said, Eric, there hasn't been a Star Wars movie in forever. The hype is high off Andor, I guess, and people weren't really knowing what to expect. But it's Jon Favreau, right? You're like, this could be something. And the trailer comes out, and you're just like, this looks like television. It doesn't look like a movie. And they're like,
Land
see it in
flat.
IMAX. I don't think I will.
Yeah. Film for
Make me.
IMAX. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is a little bit tough. Not that Wolf and Cub is like played out, but
Yeah.
the next Star Wars movie after this is also that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many, and like the kind of the Jedi dynamic is a little bit mentor mentee. So it just feels like a lot of the same.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just missing that Star Wars Starfighter pilot movie right about now, the Patty Jenkins John.
Yep.
That would have been
Yep.
cool.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, it just seems a little flat. I'm not particularly excited for it, and it just their big sauce moment in the trailer is like an AT-AT blowing up, and I'm like, that doesn't
Yeah.
look that cool.
No,
like
I agree.
I'm like I'm not too excited about it, and all of a sudden I'm looking at Jeremy Allen White as Jabba's son.
This is a voice
I don't
acting
know.
role, though, isn't it? I mean, like,
Glub
it's like
Jabba?
glub
Yeah,
jibbo.
I think he's doing. Yeah.
Dude, I
So
hope Jinky Minus is in this.
Jinky minus Ben Quadranose.
Ben Quadranaro.
Jinky minus.
Hey man, enough. All right, the graphics gonna
we'll
pop
stop.
up in
Hey.
We'll
this
stop
movie.
motion.
Stop.
Oh,
Oh.
motion.
There it is.
Deep wap.
Last one. Let's get to it. It's ending on a good note this week. I feel like.
Another
Yeah.
pause. We gotta start ending on a positive
Yeah.
note.
Yeah. All right, I'll we keep breaking it up.
Don't
and
all
down.
talk at once.
All right. Speaking of Guillermo del Toro, we're coming full circle from my Frankenstein thing at the beginning. But Guillermo del Toro and Netflix are co-founding a new stop-motion studio. This will serve as both a studio and a school, which is going to give artists the chance to learn while pursuing real projects that are going to be produced
Nice.
out into the world. So this school/studio will be developing his next project after Pinocchio. And in the interview about this, he was quoting as saying, "This has all been created and put together in an effort to combat AI in art, which we all
Hell yeah.
love. That's
Fuck
what we
yeah.
want to hear.
about
Preserving real art in the arts, and
Yeah.
is what we want to hear. So good for Guillermo del Toro. Netflix put all your movies in theaters, though.
Yeah.
You cowards.
Yeah, you fucking sons of bitches.
You coward.
Bastards. You fucking bastards. I do like Guillermo del Toro's thing with like obviously fighting AI. It's great, but like he's been the big thing about being like and I think other studios are getting it too, where it's like animation is not a genre; it's a medium, right? Like it doesn't like for the Pinocchio movie is not for children. It's a heavy ass movie, but like you know what I mean. Like it does open up things. Like people could make adult animation, which they have now a little more, and it's it's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I don't even know if I logged it. The last animated adult movie I watched was that weird
Which one?
dog movie about the dog losing his nuts.
Oh,
and
Strays
was
or whatever.
horrific.
No, wait, no.
That was
Which one?
horrific.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Is it Strays?
Yeah, it's got some weird. It's like fixed or
Fixed,
something.
yeah.
It's
You didn't like
that
it.
was horrific.
You said you didn't like
that was
it.
uncomfortable deeply. No one wants to think about.
Yeah, there it is.
Their
Yeah,
best
Fixed.
friend.
The one,
just
one
going
from
to
what is it?
town.
Gendy Tartovsky.
Yeah, just real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hit, and I think also because it was like, ew, just it was real gross. But what's not gross is this game we've got.
Hell
or
yeah.
This fantasy. Another.
How's it gonna work
Your...
presenting? Do we just like do it or?
I put in the doc. I put a board. So if we want to like go down and talk about like our first pick, and then each go down the line, but we have to all have. I don't know. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah,
Mike,
I mean,
or-
I have my screenshot of my team, so we can we overlap?
I
Can we
sent you
overlap?
them
How does that
already.
work? Can we both have the same players, or do I lose a player and I have to go back to the list?
No.
You're drafting your own.
Yeah. So you can use the same as other people.
Okay. All right, cool. And then we're just gonna like compare it. Then we just get stats about what it does. Okay, cool. So
Okay.
I assume does everyone have like the number value? So like I assume you have a team that doesn't go over 100.
Can't go over.
No, I know. I'm saying
Cannot
like you
go
like
over.
we don't have to fact check you or something. I don't know that we have to.
It's impossible to go over.
Okay.
If you do go over,
It doesn't let you add them.
it won't let you save it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I would just say save it.
I haven't submitted anything.
All lowercase, well-headed, 2 separate words, Cinema Club. That's our optional league name. That's what you said in the text. That's what I did.
So I can enter a league.
So for editing this, Micah, do you want us just to send you the screenshots or like?
No,
What?
we can still put them in the doc, but if
Okay.
we all just have it already, it'll go faster.
So I can So I have mine
yeah.
up.
Okay.
In the moment,
I have mine
that's
up, and then I
simple.
can like later submit it into the league so we can monitor.
I would
stats.
just it doesn't save. That's why I went ahead and submitted mine because I filled mine out earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I filled mine up.
Disappeared.
I filled mine up, screenshot it. Now it has vanished. So I haven't submitted it. Anymore.
Yeah, so I would put it so that they email you. That's what I did. That way you know you're locked in.
Okay, and I have a league that I can enter too.
It's
Yeah, it's in the chat. You can put it in there,
Text.
but we can just go down the line in terms of putting our.
All right, I'll add mine after. But yeah, I have my team pulled up. Do we have a doc that you want me to share?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you go to the doc, it should be in there. We can just write our things in.
Yep, there it is.
Do
Cool.
you have the rules thing pulled
Yeah.
up, Eric?
I can
For
go ahead.
scoring is pretty in depth.
Yeah, and I'll just lightly touch on it. But all right, we'll kind of get into it now. But for our game, this is something we've been talking about doing for a little while. All of us play fantasy football. In the league I'm commissioner in here in our local area. I am tied for last place, so I was looking for a different sort of fantasy league to
Hell yeah.
scratch that itch. And so we found this movie fantasy league that Vulture's putting out, which is very cool. We're getting in on it a little late. Basically, the premise of this is you're going to draft 8 teams, and each week until the Oscars, you're going to receive points, accrue points based on a couple different categories, those being the domestic box office performance, its critical performance, and then the awards season. So you want to have a mix of all those different things in your 8 movies. The caveat, because we're doing this now, as of October 14th, 2025, is we can only choose movies that have come out or that will come out after this date. So until the end of the calendar year. So that kind of limits our movies in comparison to other people that have already done this. However, we're doing this so we're just competing against each other. So we're each going to draft 8 movies. We can use the same movies, but the caveat for all of this is Vulture is assigned a monetary value to each movie. So certain movies are worth $25, others $20, others, the most expensive one is $45. And you have a budget of $100, fake dollars, to spend to draft these 8 movies. And basically, based on that point system, based on what you think might happen with these movies, you want to try and draft the best team. So this is something we'll draft and we'll touch in on every week. But for the purposes of the game this week, we're going to show you guys our draft, the teams we're drafting, and kind of talk about what we were thinking with our draft boards. But any other points I missed on, Mike O'Brien?
No, I don't think so. I'm just submitting mine in right now, but I already have my list.
That's good. We can talk about scoring as it happens, I guess.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of like get into some of the nuance of some of this, like especially the awards. We won't have to touch on until award season comes
all
around.
that doesn't even factor in. They said they don't even start counting until like January something.
Yeah.
So,
but
pretty far off.
But box office points especially will be a major factor here. So, and then critical rewards. So, I don't know. Do you have the screen?
Yeah, I have it shared.
I can't see your screen.
Can you not see it? I should have shared it. Do you see it now, Micah?
Micah, do you have it? Okay, so it's all good for me. But do we want to go down the line and talk about? I kind of have mine listed in order of numerical value, but I don't know how you guys did it.
I have mine from pretty much from numerical value, top to bottom, as well.
I can try and remember. I think mine are all mixed up, but
Okay,
it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
We can
Not
we can
really
go in
like
any order. I can't really see your screen, so I don't know which one of you guys.
Do you want me to
first,
reshare
or
it?
if
See if it
Brian
works?
is first. Brian's up first.
So
Okay.
I picked one. Obviously, this is my big ticket one. You got to do it. You got to play the things. I got Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Say Avatar.
That's big money, though. That's big money.
That's big money up front. That's like a
$30.
That's a $30
Yeah.
one right there.
And again, for you viewers at home, we only have $100 to draft 8 movies.
And 8, yeah.
So $30 goes a long way. Yeah, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Brian's got it on his.
Eric, you are number 2. I don't know if you can see my screen yet, but I can,
Okay.
I can write you in.
No, I can't. It's just not loading, but I'll speak to it. I also got Avatar, Fire and Ash on my board.
Crazy with
Looking
the
at
same
the
team.
looking at the rules, you get points based off every $1 million earned, and I don't know if there's a movie in here that has the potential to bring in as much money
How
as
does the
Avatar.
critical reception work in terms of points? I didn't really read it too much. Like, obviously awards. get points.
There's a shit ton of awards and awards bodies that they take into account nominations for.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is long and vast and won't matter until like
Okay.
later.
It doesn't get points for like having a high
so
Meta
there's
score or anything
the
like
three
that?
things, like I said, domestic box
Guys,
office. Then there's
like
awards.
score or something like that.
Yeah, there's awards, and then critical performance. Points will be awarded in the following manner based on the Metacritic Metascore.
Got it.
Is this other part of this?
Okay, cool. Micah,
So
what is your first pick? I have a feeling I know what it is.
Well, you said that you don't think there's a movie that can rival this in box office. I couldn't disagree. Just looking at this year, what's made over $1 billion. Let me tell you, it's animated slap for children. Give me Zootopia 2, please.
Ooh. What a segue, Micah, because that was my number 2 pick.
Brian, what else did you pick?
wow, that's crazy. That's also my number 2 pick.
Wow. Micah, don't worry about my team. You worry about your team.
I'm very confused about
You'll see.
your roster construction.
My roster is, I built, we're called Moneyball, bro. These are my big ticket items. I don't know why the 2's not moving out. Micah, what is your second pick?
All right, in a play for soft box office, but I do believe hard awards. Give me Marty Supreme.
That's a good one. I was thinking I had my eye on him, but eventually you can't have too many big tickets. So I had to
There you
make
go.
some
That's
cuts.
also my third
Okay,
movie.
Eric, how do you afford anything?
Well, we're gonna get to my movies.
Brian,
We're gonna get to mine.
What?
Brian, what's your third?
My third one? I got Five Nights
Yeah.
at Freddy's 2. That baby that first one made so much money. I think the second one's gonna make a fucking
my
shit ton. Wait, hang on. Let me write this down. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights
Nights
at
and
Freddy's.
Freddy. I'm typing FNAF. Just so it all fits. FNAF 2. Eric, you said you had Marty Supreme?
That is correct,
Eric,
sir.
I thought I had to make some budget cuts, and you tell me you got this one already.
Sir, none of you are going to the $2 movies like I am, all right?
You went to the $2 movie bucket? All right.
None of you are getting down there
What
into
is your
the
third
weeds.
pick? What's your third pick?
Give me an entertaining movie for adults starring nominations only. Darling, Bradley Cooper. Is this thing on?
Ooh,
There it
I
is.
was eyeing that one too. Is this
It
thing
looks
on?
funny.
No, that's a good pick. I like that. Eric, I'll just let you go next. What's your fourth pick?
Yeah. I'm so the way I looked at this, right, is look, game in the system. There are certain movies in here I think that are already have chances to win awards, right? Like with one bad after another. So I'm really trying to game the box office front. I went with the Running Man at 8, trying to get some money. Continue to just bank on Edgar Wright, bringing in
fix this formatting and
bringing in some dough at the domestic box office. I'm banking on Glenn Powell's marketability.
I went with a similar strategy for 4, but I did not go the Running Man. I went with Predator Badlands.
Ooh, there you go.
There's a $10 movie right there.
Yeah.
We've
the Running Man was $8, by the way.
Oh, good. All right, cool. Micah, what was your number 4?
Well,
You can go to the $2 movie. I cannot wait for the end of Eric's. Because this dude's got at least $70 in his first 3.
Hey, I've currently spent $83.
Nice.
For 4
Oh my
picks.
god. We so spoiled. Okay, Micah, go ahead.
all right. Well, go ahead and polish off your 2 nominations. Go ahead and just check those off. Block them out. Your nominations for perhaps lead actor and actress. Can I get Die My Love?
Ooh. I
Die
think
My
people
Love.
that
I
like
like it.
Hamnet would have something to say about that.
So I went with movies that had like you said, Micah. I think we all thought about the Avatar, Zootopia, the money, and you got the animated picture ones. My Predator Badlands and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 are more about the money kind of thing, and I think Predator Badlands can do that.
You got a money list, Brian.
This one, I'm thinking I might get a couple performances out of it. I went with Wake Up Dead Man. I also think it's going to be massively popular.
It's not going to make any money. It's not going to go out in theaters, Brian.
I'm saying, okay, fine, but I'm saying I'm going to get some nominations. I like my Wake Up Dead Man. I need awards, too. We got a lot of casts. That's what we got to do. And honestly,
The ensemble Oscar is there.
the ensemble is here. Honestly, also, I just had to go with my gut about some. You'll see. You'll see the rest of my list, Micah. It's kind of all over the map. All right, go ahead, Rick.
Who's
Ricky,
up?
You're up.
With my number 5 movie. You said Brian's got a money list. I think I'm going for that slot. I'm still chasing money here. At number 5, it's Now You Three Me.
Now you.
It's Now You Three Me. I hate it, but I think kids are gonna show up. I think kids are gonna show up.
I hear you, Michael. What did you put your number 5, buddy? You think Michael looks like he's going for awards? Seems to be a strategy.
I was looking at the rules, and I think
Yeah, you're probably smarter.
there's a
than I am.
path. There is a path.
Yeah.
Speaking of leading actresses, can I get The Testament of Anne Lee?
Yeah, you definitely put some more thought into this than I did, and I think it's going to show later. How do you spell Anne Lee? Ann?
No N, no E.
Anne Lee.
And then Lee too. Yeah, there you go.
Got it. Word. Okay. All right. So Michael, looks kind of like Eric. You and I look like we gotta have a similar.
You can
strategy.
also put The Testament of Anne Lee for 6 for me.
Nice.
So. That's nice.
My number 6. Again, I think just because it's I thought I think you can make a lot of money. I think it can make some money, and I also think you can get some of those. You said the list of awards goes deep. I think you might sneak out some of those ones. I got my boy Black Phone 2. Got to stick with it.
There it is.
That's a $5.
There it is.
Once I saw like the AARP movies for adults counted as real points, I was like, I think that might be the play.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you got, Mike, at 6? Why is Eric's numbers just like they're fighting me? They're like,
Dude, they are fighting. They're trying to beat your ass, also you can't count.
I didn't do it. All right, this wasn't my fault. All right, go ahead.
My last 3 are one of these better fucking win Best International Feature. Just give me It Was Just an Accident.
There it is.
So they say it was just
No, that's a good one. I thought about it on my. That was another route I was gonna take, but
all right, good stuff. Eric, why don't you just give us your number 7?
yeah, my number 7. I needed a neon movie in here, and maybe this will win Best International as well. give me the secret agent.
Nice. You guys definitely were smarter than I was. I was thinking more just
You
like
bastard! Also give me the secret agent.
nice.
I only have $2
Eric, my number
left.
7, I copied you, but a little bit later. It's time. I agree with you. Now you 3 me. There's no accounting for taste. Now you 3 me is gonna make money.
It was
There's
between Now You 3 Me and the SpongeBob movie on this
I was
list.
between that one too. I thought about it.
Make money.
All right, what about number
SpongeBob
8,
would
guys?
make
And what'd you guys
money.
put for your last pick?
Oh, baby.
Wait, Brian, how come you're at 7?
Because Eric's number keeps going. You and I are at the right numbers. Eric's keeps like switching. That's why I'm saying it's fighting me. Every time I type it in, it switches a number. I don't know why. It should be at. We should all be at 7. We are all at 7. I'll fix the formatting after.
Okay.
No, okay. And now we're all on our number 8.
Now it should be you, Brian, saying your number 8.
I have Keeper, Osgood Perkins. I think Critical Reception
Nice.
is going to be good. I think they tend to make a decent amount of money, especially if it's good. Again, the awards one is gamble because like you say nominations come into play. I just think this one, and again, I don't know how far down the ladder they're going into awards because this might win some other crap that could work.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, what do you got, Eric?
All right, I have $2 left in my pocket. I'm pretty broke. I don't know if you guys went down there and took a look at what's chilling at the $2
The $2 bid?
the $2 bin, but you know, I could have gotten good fortune with Aziz Ansari. You know, I could have gone for something like Shelby Oaks,
Okay.
which you know, shout out to Chris Stuckman. But I'm gonna put something in there that's, you know, maybe a little sneaky. Maybe people like love triangles enough they'll show up. Give me Eternity.
Okay.
For
The
$2.
Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen one.
Oh, okay.
Good pick. I like it. I like it.
Let me see. Let's see what it does.
Is it just money in general? Is it money versus budget? No, it's just money, right? It's just how much money I earn.
Just money.
It's just money.
Per mils?
Yeah, it's money. Weeks spent at number 1, Metacritic score, and then a fucking slew of awards stuff.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And at number 8, man, there was really no other choice.
What is it?
No other choice.
Oh.
Goddamn.
Yikes. I bit on that like a
There you go.
fucking idiot. Oh my god. I was like, yeah?
We're all like, yeah.
Well,
It's like that community joke, right? I quit that joke class right after the class on setups. The professor was so old.
That's a good. Wow. So I think we took kind of different routes here for the way we went about.
I think Mike is gonna regret not taking unless he rakes in the awards. I think that Avatar one might bite him in the tuchus. But if he gets a couple,
see.
but if he gets a couple best actor or best actress wins and noms, I think it'll switch things up on us.
Yeah.
What'd you guys put for your tiebreakers? Just for fun.
Oh shit! I don't know. Does it show in my email?
It should. Yeah, just keep going down.
Yeah, let me see.
Under your optional league name.
I totally guessed, by the way. I said best.
yeah,
I said
same.
best
Yeah.
actor would have the longest speech. Just because I think Brody talk his ass off for a while last
Yeah.
year?
I said best actor as well. I said how many people will be commemorated. I just said 50. I
said 35. I didn't know how many.
I put 43, so I'm right in the
Wow.
middle.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I said 35.
And
I
then-
said documentary feature for category with the longest speech.
Did you say how many categories except you said the Academy?
How many except
18?
I said eight.
speeches?
I didn't know how many there were.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I didn't know how
I-
many.
Or else I would have put all of them.
I was gonna say I put 9, so I didn't really know what was.
I don't think we're gonna be dealing really with So because I put the
ties.
league name, do we just search the league name and we can all just like check our things head to head? Okay.
you
Cool.
should be able to.
All right. Cool. All right, man.
All right, how much money did you guys spend
100.
total?
I spent
You
100.
spent 100, Eric?
Did you go
Yeah.
under?
Impressive. I went 98.
This guy went budget. What do you get the money back?
I couldn't make it fit with what I wanted.
No, that's a good point,
There's
right? If
some
you
I
have, like-
didn't negotiate off of.
Yeah, I had a point when you get to 98 or something. It's like, oh, you gotta like cut one. Yeah, I get it.
It's like, oh, do I cut a movie I like to buy a more expensive?
Yeah, I get your logic.
No, that's fair.
That was
We'll
fun,
see.
guys.
We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays.
Yeah.
Micah, we're gonna be.
We're
tripping out next
checking in
week.
this. We'll check in on this weekly.
Well, none of these are coming out until like.
Yeah,
December.
we got time. We got
Yeah.
time, and I'll see you guys this weekend, which will be fun.
I know we're gonna be all up and we're
In
shipping up to Boston.
To Boston.
So
Fuck
Ship
yeah.
it
Yeah.
all up.
maybe
Oh,
we'll film some short form content for you guys.
Everyone- We'll get the mics out. Be like, all right, we're live potting.
Are we packing these? Yes or no?
No, you don't have. You
Are
can.
we what?
You can pack a mic if you want. I got 2 here. You really don't need one
Well,
more.
that's one for Eric, I guess.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
But thanks, guys. This is a good episode on hour 40-ish.
That was good with the game too. Not bad, especially because we gapped out the grabber
for a long time. I'm glad the grabber made it on one of our lists. So
never doubt the grabber. He's out here grabbing.
He would have put Paddington 2 on there if he could have.
I would have. Not even a doubt in my mind. Are you kidding me? Should have won Best Picture of all time.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace, y'all.